going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know you've probably been waiting for this video to drop, but here we are. We're on our third wager, our day 3 wager, whatever you want to call it. Day 1, we cash. Day 2, of course, we cash again. We have successfully taken $1,000 and gotten above $5,000. The bet in today's video is a $5,300 wager. So we're starting to get into some pretty entertaining dollar amounts. Pretty exciting stuff, but I'm not content at this point in time. We're going to finish this challenge. We're going to get to 25,000 before the end of the year. Absolutely no doubt about it, guys. But guys, you can see it, man. 3 weeks in a row, up almost 30 units of profit in the NFL. We are killing it. We've hit my max play 3 weeks in a row, 27.6 units, even at $100 a pop. That's almost $2,800 of profit just on the NFL. Back-to-back Saturdays, I've gone 4-1 in college basketball. Season to date in college basketball, full transparency, I'm right around 500, but we're off to kind of a cold start. So looking to warm up and really starting to build some momentum in college basketball as well. We got the college football playoff coming up to end the year. We got NFL, a bunch more of that. We got college basketball just increasing in volume. This is the best time to be on my client list. Link in the description, guys, danspicks.net. Get on there. Buy yourself a Christmas list. You got to be on my client list, man. I absolutely kill it. All sports every year. Everything's fully documented right here on YouTube. You can scroll through all my videos dating back years if you want to go that hard. But guys, you see everybody in the comment section that's on my client list. There's not one negative comment. I mean, you can search all you want. Proof's in the pudding. I'm transparent. I put my numbers on the screen like unlike these other YouTube channels. So get on my client list. You'll get on a text list. I'll text you anytime I got to play. I've already sent out plays this week. I already have more that are going out as soon as I end today's video. I got one last little thing on the checklist just to make sure we're good to go in the clear, getting the green light on these wagers. And I have another pile of picks I'm sending out to the list, man. I'll send you what's already been sent. I'll send you all the future bets. I'll just add you the text list. You'll get text right to your phone with the plays, the odds, and how many units that should go on each one of those. Just copy those, have some discipline, stick to the program. You'll be in good hands. Your bankroll will be building over time. So I can't recommend it enough, guys. But here we are, man. Day 3, and yeah, this is just exciting. I really need your support in today's video, guys. I'm looking for a record amount of likes on today's video. I've hit you with a 70% winning percentage season to date with my football free picks. I've already cashed a couple tickets for you here with this challenge. We're going to cash this next one. So definitely drop a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet for daily sports betting content in all sports, especially with college hoops becoming more increasingly more active here on the channel. But guys, I need to know in that comment section, out of all the legs on today's wager, please let me know in that comment section what you think is the most risky part, what you think could possibly, bring this thing to a close. Hopefully not, but I would like your opinions in that comment section. We're going to use FanDuel, man. Let me switch screens, guys. I'm going to bring up FanDuel. I'm going to build the exact play that I've already locked in pre-recording this video. And yeah, some reasoning why. We'll go over the legs. And we'll cross our fingers. Nothing in sports betting is a guarantee, but I really like this ticket. Day 3, this will get us to almost, this will get us above $11,000. This will be already 10xing our money from the start of this challenge. So pretty exciting stuff. Let me switch the screen around for you guys. Let me pull up the FanDuel Sportsbook. There it is, sitting in the back. Didn't pull it up already. Make sure you guys are looking good. I'll leave these numbers here as well for you guys to digest them if you haven't already been sold on my premium. Best in the industry, bar none. NFL, man, here we go. Now, before we get into these legs, guys, before we even start here, I just want to say something right off the rip. And I think this is really important. You know, sports betting, these type of challenges, trying to win consecutive, bets in a row to really build your bankroll and that type of thing. In general, guys, almost 99% of the time, especially if you're not Dan Rants, right? If you're not the maestro, this is just not a good idea. So full transparency, this is not how you bet on sports. Discipline, managing your money, and having a correct unit size is the most important thing in sports betting. So in today's video, some people, when they start to go on a hot streak, their bankroll's going up, they got more money to gamble with than they've ever had before. They start to actually let the larger dollar amount on the wager dictate how they choose a wager. So some people, when they get up into these intervals and they're using money that they're not generally used to betting, and even for me, and I've done this for over 12 years, I bet hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have I have an account in every sports book available. I go to the casino. This is my main income, not my client list, but actually betting on sports. I'm used to this. But even for me, when I'm starting to bet with thousands and thousands of dollars, it can change your mentality. And it's important to realize you can't change what works. And in today's video, today's particular wager, you got to take a chance somewhere. And we're going to have one part of today's ticket that I do think is a little bit on the riskier side, but with so much less time between now and the end of the year, we're forced to kind of take a stab at it in today's video. So let's start off here, guys, with this Chiefs game. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to our alternative spreads like I always do. I just passed it a little bit. Let me scroll back up. So we're going to go to alt spread here. We're going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to take them plus 8.5, a full possession with the Chiefs, a full 8.5, not 7.5. I want the 8.5. I want a full one possession with the Chiefs. Why do I like this? Well, if Kansas City wins, they basically have some time off. They can get healthy. Chris Jones right now, I mean, they got some guys they want to rest up. It just helps to have rest going into the playoffs. So this is a huge game. I know it's a road game. It's a holiday. All these things are kind of trending towards Pittsburgh. You know, Pickens is back in the lineup for the Steelers. I don't know. Once again, and actually, let me bring up one more thing for you guys that I think is really, really valuable. Give me just a second. Let me log into my Pickett account. Pickett is where I get all my public betting information. You guys can get this too. I'll actually leave a link to this in the description below. It's completely free. You can download it at the App Store, and even just for signing up with that link in the description, you'll get a free 3 up to $100 just for signing up, and you'll have full access to this betting information. So let me bring it up. Here's Pickett. Let me go to the calendar. Let's, what am I doing here? Let me go to home. Tomorrow, Christmas Day. Hit Discover Bets. We'll go to NFL. And week 17, obviously. There's a lot of filters on here you can go crazy with if you want. But here's the betting information here for this Chiefs-Steelers game. Once again, guys, I mean, this has looked very similar. 3 weeks in a row now that the chart on the spread looks very, very, very similar. The Steelers are a big public underdog. We saw it with the Ravens. I hit the Ravens. We saw it with the Eagles. I hit the Eagles. Now we have the same thing. And I get it. I get history. I'm well aware of this. I do a huge deep dive with data and all these things before I give out these bets here on the internet. Guys, at the end of the day, 57% of bets made on this spread are coming on Pittsburgh, less than half the money. Only about 47%. So undeniably some sharp action on this spread on the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think it makes sense. I mean, Joey Porter, you know, he's hurt. The Pittsburgh defense is kind of fallen off. How healthy is TJ Watt? I mean, he's such a tough guy. He's going to play unless you almost cut his carotid artery and he bleeds out and passes away. As long as he even has a pulse, he's going to be on the field. So how healthy is he? You know, how good is this Pittsburgh defense? I get it. It's Christmas. It's in Pittsburgh. They've kind of been in a little slump. They're maybe looking to get right. It's a critical game. They're in this race for their division with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm well aware Mike Tomlin is a home underdog, a road underdog, basically just the Steelers under Mike Tomlin getting points and the trends that point to the Steelers with that. I'm so aware of everything, guys. I'm a professional. I know this. But the Chiefs team, man, this is when they turn it up. This is when the Chiefs turn it up. They get better. And with Hollywood Brown back, I just think they have too many offensive weapons. Russell Wilson, he's good. He's actually overachieving. He's better than I thought. He looks sharp. I do think they've made the right move going with him over Justin Fields. But even Pickens back in the lineup, I just don't see them matching the offense here of Kansas City. And this game's probably going to be close. It's probably going to come down to the wire. And the Chiefs are probably going to win again by a field goal or something, maybe 3 or 4 points. I do kind of lean towards Kansas City in this game. But like I said, and like I've showed you here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take plus 8.5. I mean, 8.5 points with the Chiefs. Maybe they do lose this game. Maybe something absolutely insane happens at the end. There's no way with an opportunity to clinch the #1 seed. The Chiefs getting players back on offense, looking better and better each week. The time of the year where they turn it on. Maybe they do get upset. Maybe they do lose this game. It is not going to be by double digits. Chiefs plus 8.5. That is our first wager. Now, we're not done with this game. We're not done with this game. And here's one where you guys might be in the comment section below saying that you think this is the riskiest part of this entire wager. But we're going to go to alternative total points. We are going to scroll down here, and we're going to take an alternative over. We're going to go over 30.5 points. So we need 31 points on the board in this game. Let me pop back over to Pickett Sports. I want to show you guys, well, what am I doing here? We are on that same game. Let me go back to this game. Look at the over, guys. I mean, you want to talk about sharp action. Look at the money on the under. Almost 65% of the tickets have come in on the under. Only 42% of the money. Do you see this discrepancy in total bets versus the money? There is undeniable sharp action on the over in this game. And you know what? If you were going to force me to bet the total, I think it probably goes over. I think it probably goes into the mid to upper 40s. 43, 44. I kind of like the over in this spot. We just need 31 points. 17 to 14 gets us there. 20 to 13 gets us there. 20 to 17, 21 to 10 if it's a little bit one-sided and the Pittsburgh can't score or something. 21 to 10 gets us there. 31 points. We need 31 points. Chiefs with more pieces on offense. Steelers with more pieces on offense this week. Steelers with less pieces on defense. Chris Jones on the defense for the Chiefs not being at 100%. TJ Watt not being at 100%. I think the offenses will do just fine. There's going to be points in this game, despite everybody somehow, some way, like in the under. And to be completely honest with you guys, I almost went heavier. This is where I almost took more of a risk. I almost went alternative over like 34.5 to really, bump up the odds on this ticket. And as I sit right now, I kind of regret not doing that. I kind of wish I maybe went over like 32.5 at minus 700 instead of minus 1,000 to really help out the odds here. But at the end of the day, 17 to 14, you never know if there's turnovers. You never know if teams get all the way down and it's 4th and 1. They decide to go for it, even though they had a field goal in the bag and they come up short. We get some of that type of thing. I just don't for sure know that we're going to get the points, and betting an alternative over, like we saw a few weeks ago on a ticket I gave out here on the channel, is always risky. So for this game, we have Kansas City plus 8.5. We have over 30.5. We need 31 points on the board. I'm really, really confident in that over. I like the over. I think it's a really, really sharp play. You see my free picks, man, hitting at 70%. By the way, the video I dropped this week going over all my predictions for NFL Week 17. Highly recommend you get all my picks this week. Get the whiteboard winning free pick that was in that video. It's just a can't miss at this point in time. 70%, you're going to miss out on that type of winning percentage. Get my whiteboard winning free pick. I really do think it's a winner. So check out that video that I've recently posted here on the channel. Let's continue on. Let's go. Scroll down here again. Let's actually skip this Ravens game for now. We're gonna finish with the Ravens game. Let's go to this game here. Chargers Patriots. Let's go down. Let's go to alternative spread. And we'll go ahead and we'll go to show more. And we're gonna go to the Chargers. And we're gonna take, again, 8.5. 8.5, guys. A full one possession. Look, I get it. The Patriots looked okay against the Bills. I already explained this in the video where I go over all my week 17 predictions for the NFL. That was the perfect spot for the Patriots. You got the Bills coming off some high-flying offensive performances, a big road trip out west. You come back, you're at home, you're playing the Patriots, you're favored by 2 full touchdowns. It was a flat spot. Patriots got off to a great start. But you know what? After scoring 14 in the snap of a finger, they really didn't do squat. I like this Chargers defense. I like the heart and effort they showed under Harbaugh to come back in that Broncos game on Thursday night. They played Thursday night. The Patriots didn't. We have a rest advantage for the Chargers. The Patriots can't make the playoffs. Harbaugh's a better coach than Mayo. They have something to play for. And we're getting 8.5. I mean, do they cover the spread of 4? I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of points to lay on the road with the Chargers team that has kind of a suspect offense. But at the end of the day, it's hard to believe the Chargers don't win this game. And even if they do lose, the Chargers, with just needing a win, I mean, I'll show you guys this as well. Let me pull this up. This. LA, man, rest advantage and just simply needing a win to make the playoffs. I mean, if they come up short in this game, are they going to come up short by double digits? The Patriots, I mean, look at me in the eyes. The Patriots are about to beat the Chargers with rest advantage by double digit with that offense? Absolutely not. Maybe a miracle happens. Maybe the Patriots pull off the upset, win by like a walk-off field goal. Maybe the game goes to overtime and they get the ball first and they win by 6. I don't know. That stuff's possible. This is sports betting. Anything's possible. What I think is impossible is the Patriots beating up on the Chargers. Drake May beating Justin Herbert by double digits, while the Chargers actually have the playoffs to lock in here. There's just no way. I'm taking 8.5. I think it's too much. We can bounce back over here to Pickett Sports. We can look at the betting splits so far on this game. Where is that game? Week 17. Let's go down. Let's check the info here. Now this spread's come down, and yeah, I mean it looks fine to me. The spread looks fine. About half the tickets on the Chargers, more than half the money. A lot of people on the money line, but that makes sense. I think a lot of people are probably doing money line parlays this week, throwing the Chargers in. It makes sense. And like I already explained, look, if it's an upset, it's not impossible. It's not going to totally shock me. The Chargers have looked pretty bad offensively at times. It's not going to totally stun me if this is an upset. There's just no way it's going to be by double digits. We got 8.5. We're going to be good to go on that. So there we go, guys. Chargers plus 8.5. Let's keep going. Let's go back to the NFL. Scroll down. We're going to go to another Saturday game here. We're going to go to the Bengals. That's right, guys. The Bengals. Let me bring this up. Cincy, all in, must win. This is everything. So this is what Cincy needs. Now, it was looking like it was almost a mission impossible for them to make the playoffs. Guess what, man? The Broncos lost. They lost. They lost last week. What I'm trying to say. What I say last first. The Broncos lost. They lost last week to the Chargers. So what happens here? If Cincy beats the Broncos, then all they really need is the Broncos to get upset in one more game, maybe that Chiefs game. You know, if Pittsburgh can beat the Chiefs and the Chiefs aren't in cruise control in the end of the year, I mean, I think it's more than reasonable, more than likely that Cincinnati is going to somehow squeak into these playoffs. I also think in this modern day age where billion-dollar industry is controlled by money, you don't think there's going to be a couple favorable things that go for the Bengals way at home? You don't think there's a couple things that go the Bengals way at home, needing everything, a brand name, Joe Burrow, an exciting, high-flying offensive team? You don't think the NFL wants this Bengals team in the playoffs for ratings? I do. I think they're going to win this game outright. The spread looks fine. I know there's a lot of money on it, but you know, they're a full field goal juiced. It might even turn to 3.5. The Broncos, in my opinion, were getting away with murder week after week after week after week. The Colts should have covered, maybe won the game outright. Other teams as well, borderline should have won the game outright. And what happens? They look good early against the Chargers, and they lose outright. They're finally coming back down to earth. This is a rookie quarterback on the road in late December, an all-in game, a must-win game for Cincinnati. So what are we going to do? We're going to go over to FanDuel, and we're not even going to take the money line. We're not even going to be greedy, even though I really, really am confident the Bengals probably win this game. We're going to go down. We're going to take Cincinnati here, and we're going to scroll all the way down, and we're taking plus 11.5. 11.5 points here. You could probably go 10.5. But I like 11.5 because if a team's like down 4, one last touchdown, you still stay within 11. If you're down 14, sometimes you kick a field goal to get within 11. You know, you get within just needing one more field goal and then a touchdown with an extra point or with the 2-point conversion. I mean, I like that 11 number. The only reason why I'm going big here, instead of just maybe taking the Bengals plus 8.5, and if you're greedy and you want a bigger payout, I mean, you should be okay if you want to go with like 8.5 or something. At the end of the day, the Bengals don't have a defense. They don't have a defense. And I know it's an all-in game, and I know they have to have this, and I really am confident they're going to get the win. They just don't have a defense. They don't. And I am not willing to lose this wager, getting too greedy, trying to go for too big of a payout on this particular bet. And I'm going to take 11.5. I'm going to take 11.5. I know it's juicy, but it feels very, very safe. I just can't quite trust a team with zero defense. I just can't do it. So we're going to take 11.5 here with the Bengals. And that brings us to our last piece. We have one last piece here. And let me find it. I think I put it in here somewhere. I'll bring this up. Everything for Baltimore. This is everything. Everything about the game, the situation, what they have to play for. That Tank Dell injury to the Houston Texans is so important you wouldn't believe it. The Texans already are down. They already don't look good this year, in my opinion. We saw last year, CJ Stroud, rookie, brand new to the NFL, looks great, all that stuff. They got some film on him. We have a better coach with Baltimore. We have a defense that's 100% healthy. We have an offense that cannot be stopped. We have Lamar on the road. We have a Houston team that is just deflated, a Houston team that's locked in. It's locked in. And not only are they locked in, the Houston Texans, if they were to win this game and Baltimore doesn't end up winning their division, guess what? They play them again. So if the Texans win this game, it's almost like you shoot yourself in the foot because you know you're going to have to play the Ravens again in the playoffs. It'd be the 5 versus the 4. This is almost an on-purpose lose. Rest some people. You just lost Tank Dell. You can't lose Nico. You can't get CJ Stroud hurt. Just get through the game, get through the season. I think you just totally switch your mental engagement to the playoffs at this point in time. You're locked in is the 5 or the 4. I mean, you're good to go. You're in a bad division. This game means nothing. Baltimore, it means everything. And if the Chiefs can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, then the Ravens will know that they can absolutely win their division. They're going to take it. They're coming for blood. We saw them get really hot in the beginning of the season. They kind of cooled off. People were kind of questioning how legit were they. And now here they go, man. They got momentum again. They look good. I was on them heavy last week. And they looked really, really good against a decent Pittsburgh team in a critical rivalry game. And they smell blood in the water. They know they can win this division. I think they're going to win out the rest of the season. I love this Baltimore team, and the money line, the data supports it. The line movement supports it. This was a field goal spread through the 3, through the 4. It's up to 5.5. It might be a 6.5 by the time you see it tomorrow. This is the game that I decided we're going to take a risk. We're going to get risky. We've been taking these alt spreads, all overs, big juicy plays just to bump up our odds and get ourselves a nice payout. This is where we have to take our risk. And I'm willing to die with the Ravens today. And you know what? Nothing's a guarantee in sports betting. But this is just a spot. This is just a spot where I feel like we have to take this one. The injuries, the situation, the better team. This is a Raven spot. Money line minus 250. This is the riskiest part of this entire ticket, and that's going to round out the ticket. That gets us to plus money, guys, plus 113. I can't remember exactly what I locked it in at. I'll briefly put the bet slip on the screen for you guys to show you what I locked in for this day 3 wager, and just for transparency purposes to show you I actually put the amount on the ticket. Let me make sure the odds are the exact same that I got. I actually got plus 112, so a plus 113. A little bit better for you guys, but yeah, that's it, guys. That is that's our day 3 ticket, man. That's our day 3 ticket. 5-legger plus 113. And I just decided the Ravens were the spot out of all these games that I wanted to get, extra risky with. I look, you could go a little bit more aggressive on the Bengals spread. You could go a little bit more aggressive on that total to go over in that Pittsburgh Kansas City game. I'm not going to do it. The spot where I think we have to weigh our risk versus reward, I think we go with Baltimore. I think we go with the healthier, more well-coached team versus the team that has some recent injuries, bad mental engagement, nothing to play for. everything to play for the Baltimore Ravens. I could sit here and waste another 10 minutes of your life saying the same stuff over and over. I've probably already done that threefold. Ravens. Guys, it's sports betting, man. You got to risk it. You got to risk it. It's risk versus reward based on odds and based on payout. You have to take your chance somewhere. And on this particular day, I was not about to put 7 things together. I didn't want to go with player props. I was thinking maybe we throw in Derrick Henry alt rushing, Kyron Williams alt rushing versus the Cardinals, maybe Matt Stafford just to get us like 200 yards passing. I mean, I didn't even want to do it, man. I didn't even want to deal with player props after that Jordan Love scare. The player props they always seem to be the ones that bite you. So the best of my ability, I wanted to stick to just totals and sides. We've done that. We've gotten plus money on our ticket. And if this hits, we're going to use Sunday, Monday, the rest of 2024 for one last ticket to get us to the finish line. So really excited about this, guys. Again, man, can't recommend it enough. You guys see the numbers. Make sure you get on my text list, guys. It's going to be a huge week for premium, all sports, best time of the year. Get yourself a Christmas present. Get on that text list. I'll send you all the plays that have already been sent. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this wager. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I'll see you in the next video.